Alright guys, today I'll be giving you my top 10 rides at Waldameer. This park has a really good mix of all sorts of flat rides and dark rides even, and good coasters too, including the number 1 spot, which you guys probably already know, but you're here for the rest of the list. So let's get started. Coming in at number 10 is Wipeout. This Chance Rides Wipeout is pretty much like all the others. It's got great laterals. I know a lot of people say these kind of hurt, but I don't know, you just kind of deal with the pain for the laterals in my opinion, and you don't really get too good of airtime, but you'll get a little popped out of your seat. So yeah, it's a good flat ride, nothing too crazy though. Coming in at number 9 is Thunder River. This is the log flume. It's a pretty average log flume, no airtime on either of the drops, but you do have a nice tunnel in the middle, and you do get very wet on this, so definitely beware. And I was sitting in the back, so I can't imagine what it's like up front. But yeah, it's a nice scenic log flume. Definitely one of the longest lines in the park, but I mean, it's worth it if you've never done it, but it's nothing too extraordinary. It's not like Sea Breezes or anything. So coming in at number 8 is actually not a ride, it's a walkthrough. It's Pirates Cove. This thing definitely impressed me when I got to go on it for the first time, or walk through it for the first time this past visit. It's definitely a lot longer than I thought. It's got some cool effects. It's definitely got more of a funhouse atmosphere than like an actual like themed walkthrough, but it's really cool. There's a lot of cool sets and effects, so definitely make sure you walk through it when you're here at some point. Coming in at number 7 is Comet. This PTC Family Woody, I used to think it's a lot better, but now it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's on par with the Ghoster Coaster or Woodstock Express, something like that, because you get a couple really small floater pops here and there, but nothing too special. And then the rest of the ride, it's pretty uncomfortable if you have longer legs like me, because the train's really cramped in there, but you can deal with it. I mean, there's no real laterals or anything, but it's a fun family Woody, so definitely get on it, get it for the credit. So then at the number 6 spot, we have the other like big coaster besides the number 1, and that is Steel Dragon. This is a Mauer SC2000 layout. It's a pretty basic Mauer spinner, just nothing too crazy. Good spinning, nothing like Whirlwind, but it's solid. The layout is a bit different than Whirlwind though, because you have a way less steep banking on the final turn before the brakes, so that's very different. And also, yeah, you don't spin right away, so you can't get that rotation going. And I like the drop taking it sideways for some reason instead of forwards or backwards. So yeah, it's a good ride, but it's still nothing extraordinary. Coming in at number 5 is technically, in my opinion, the number 2 coaster here, although a lot of people would argue this is definitely not a coaster, but I count it as a credit. It's Wacky Shack. This is a really fun dark ride or coaster, whatever you want to call it, because it does have that drop. So you do whatever you want with that. I don't care. I'm not going to try to convince you that it's a credit in this video. I could go on for days trying to convince you that it's a credit, but I'm not gonna. But yeah, it's got some great sets, great effects. It's got a whole downhill portion that like is gravity powered, so that's cool. And just, I don't know, something about the atmosphere on this ride is really cool. Just, you don't get dark rides like this these days. So yeah, definitely get on Wacky Shack while you're here. Coming in at number 4 is X-Scream. This Larson REM drop tower is pretty much just like all the others. Good punch when you're going down the drop. It's definitely not the greatest drop tower out there. I find these a little overrated. I definitely like rides like Zumanjaro and Lex Luthor more, and Falcon's Fury, obviously, but, you know, they're good rides. They pack a good little punch, so definitely get on it. Coming in at number 3 is Chaos. This Zamperla Discovery Revolution is one of the best out there. It's about on par with Krang for me. A lot of people say Krang's definitely the best of these, and this is honestly up there, because it starts pretty slow, but then somehow, I don't know what it does, it just kicks it into high gear, and you get some of the most mad positive G's on these downswings. It's amazing. And then the hang time at the top is pretty good too. It spins fast, so you definitely won't be facing the same direction every time you go over the top. So, yeah, overall, it's a really good Zamperla Discovery Revolution. Coming in at number 2 is Music Express. This is easily the best Music Express you'll ever find. This is like maybe a top 10 flat ride for me. It definitely is, because, oh my god, it's wild. The laterals are some of the best you will ever experience, period. And they're so sustained throughout the entire ride. And the crazy thing on this is you get actually good airtime on this over every bump. Like, even when it's going a bit slower, you'll get a bit of airtime, just because a slower rotation on this is still faster than pretty much most Music Expresses. But then, when it really kicks it into high gear, just, man, you go flying, plus all the laterals, it's such a good flat ride. And then coming in at number 1, I mean, do I even really need to say, it's Ravine Flyer 2. This is just one of the greatest wooden coasters on the planet. I definitely agree with the Golden Ticket Awards on this one, that it's a top 10 Woody in the world, because, oh my god, the airtime you get over those sustained road hills is fantastic. You get other great ejector pops throughout the ride. The terrain usage is absolutely masterful. The second half doesn't slow down as much as some people say. Just, yeah, overall, it's a perfect wooden coaster. It's exactly what you want out of a good wooden coaster like this. So, yeah, that's the top 10 rides at Waldameer, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of these rankings down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.